In this video, we travel over 6,000 miles from Chicago, Illinois, all the way to Narita, Japan. Alright, so it is 2:33. We are just already packed and ready to go. And we are just waiting for our ride to the airport. Cameras are all set up here. Treats are all ready to go. Give the cat something to do while we're gone. Oh, he's already here. Mango. Oh, you got one. You want to come with us, bud? No, you would hate to be on an airplane for 13 hours. What's the drip, Ray? What's the airport drip? He's got the purple. And then he's got the off-white. Stylin'. After a quick ride, we arrived to a very empty O'Hare International Airport near Chicago, Illinois. Okay, I gotta do the millennial thing and make sure that the gate exists before we go around and explore the airport. So E2 is where we're leaving. Air Canada, there it is. All right, let's go. We're in O'Hare International Airport, and we are so early that there's like nobody around us, and it's kind of creepy, but kind of cool at the same time. But just wanted to give a rundown of our journey today. So we're starting off in Chicago. And then we're going to land in Montreal after a 2-hour flight. We have a 3-hour layover in Montreal, and then a 13-hour flight from Montreal to Narita, Japan, where we have an overnight layover. That's kind of like a rundown for today. It's a pretty long trip. I think we have one of the first flights out of Chicago today, so it's pretty quiet in Terminal 2 right now. Like, look at this. Nobody. It's weird. So early in the morning that there's like nobody at the airport, and it's so weird. I think there's more employees here right now than there is actual travelers. So we're gonna go see if Dunkin's open because I need a little something in my stomach. We've been at the airport for like an hour now, and he's already taking a look and see what the cats are doing. Oh my god, there's the baby. She's sleeping on the bench. Do you miss the cats? Me too.
The blob.
Big orange blob. After waiting a couple hours, we finally board our first flight of the day, which will take us to Montreal, Quebec in Canada. Now, there was a slight delay, but the flight was fairly quick, only a 2-hour flight, and before we knew it, we landed in Montreal.
Bienvenue à Montréal, il est 10h30 heure locale. Nous vous prions de demeurer assis, de garder votre ceinture de sécurité attachée et vos bagages de cabine rangés jusqu'à ce que le commandant indique la consigne des ceintures de sécurité. Il est interdit de fumer. L'utilisation des fonctions de réception et de transmission des appareils mobiles est maintenant permise. Avant de quitter l'avion, veuillez vous assurer d'avoir en votre possession tous vos appareils électroniques. Si vous devez prendre une correspondance, consultez les écrans qui se retrouvent à l'intérieur de l'aérogare. En cas de besoin, les agents service clientèle à l'intérieur de l'aérogare seront heureux de vous renseigner. Merci d'avoir choisi Air Canada Express, membre du réseau Star Alliance. Nous espérons que votre vol a été agréable et souhaitons vous revoir bientôt. Merci.
This is our gate. I know it exists, so now we can go get poutine. So we have like less than 2 hours here in Montreal, and we have 2 goals, right? Number 1 is get poutine while we're here, and then number 2 is get a sticker. Hopefully they have a place that sells a sticker that I can put on my luggage. So that's the plan for today.
Yeah, the kitchen is not open.
Oh, it's not open yet? Oh, okay. Oh, in 20 minutes? Okay, thank you so
You
much.
can take a drink if you want, or...
We'll walk around.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
will.
It might have stickers here. Why is there a lot of Chicago stuff here? I'm so confused. There's the magnets. There's keychains. Magnets. You have dream catchers. There has to be some. So Ray, the poutine
Doesn't happen.
didn't happen. It was a bust. We couldn't find a restaurant that served it out here, at least that was open. So we opted for the sandwich, which was actually pretty good. I like it. And a cup of mocha. Also, sticker plan was also a bust. Couldn't find a store that sells a sticker that says Montreal on it, sadly. Okay, so the poutine and the stickers may be a bust, but at least we have Carlo's Bake Shop Express. All these cakes that we can choose from. It's happening. Oh, it's in it. Yum.
That's moist, please.
Ooh. Like a good moist cake. And it's so colorful. Was it worth $10?
Maybe.
I don't think cake is worth $10, especially a slice. But hey, it's airplane cake, airport cake. So while the poutine and sticker plan didn't work out, we were more excited at the fact that we were finally boarding. This long-haul flight was going to take us all the way to Japan in about 13 hours. Most of the flight was spent sleeping and watching movies and TV shows on the entertainment system and what we downloaded on our phones. But what we most looked forward to was the food. For our first meal, which was about 2 hours or so into the flight, my husband got a rice and chicken dish and I got the beef and mashed potatoes. Sides were the same for both. It included this corn and edamame salad, which was pretty good, and cold soba noodles, which was my favorite. Both main dishes were pretty good and we enjoyed them. Now it's been 7 years since I've flown international, but I feel like plane food has definitely gotten much better. Breakfast was served about 2 hours before landing. Ray got the noodle dish, which looked like yakisoba, and I got the omelet with potatoes and mushrooms. Honestly, I kind of like the noodles more, but the omelet wasn't bad either. And after a grueling 13 hours, we finally made it to Japan. Alright, so we finally made it to Narita after a very long flight. And we're staying at Lifestay's Premier in nearby, and it's humid. But let me show you the room that we have. It's super small and super cute. Alright, so here's the entryway. We have the shoe area, right? And I can't remember what it's called. And this is basically the room. We have this little bed, this little seating area. Pretty decent sized TV, actually. There's some news about a lost deer. Super cute. And then over here is the bathroom, the Japanese bathroom. Ooh, slippery. So pretty decent little hotel room. Just something to get us through the night and finally sleep on a bed after all that traveling. And tonight we're probably gonna go to the restaurant and check out Family Mart, since that is something that we really want to do and stuff. So, all right, let's go. All right, so we are on our way to a small little restaurant, about a 20-minute walk from our hotel, so we're just walking there. I do see a 7-Eleven over here, so we might stop by on the way back, yeah? Or Family Mart, because there's a Family Mart at our hotel, but hopefully we're able to get into this restaurant. It's like a little small one that's ran by one guy, so hopefully it's good. It looks good. A lot of people like it on Google reviews, but I just hope that we can get in too. We went on a 20-minute walk to a small restaurant called Isenbo. This restaurant serves teppanyaki and okonomiyaki, and it's ran by this one older gentleman. He only opens his shop 5 hours a day from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. with last orders in by 8 p.m. We ended up getting 2 okonomiyaki, one with shrimp and the other with beef, and we also got an order of yakisoba. The shop owner was so helpful in teaching us how to cook despite the language barrier. But I'm sure he's used to it since his shop is near the airport and probably sees a lot of overseas travelers. The food was absolutely delicious, and I'm glad we came here instead of going to the hotel restaurant. I'm sure the food there is fine, but I always like going to more local shops when traveling. Alright, so on our way back from that teppanyaki restaurant, we did stop by 7-Eleven and got a few things, so here it is. So we got, what do we got here, Ray? Some of the warm stuff here. We got
This one I think is croquette.
a croquette.
This one is spicy fried chicken, so you gotta mix it with this in the bag.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then also we got the chicken cutlet with sauce sandwich and the famous egg salad sandwich. I did also get an onigiri, and it is the red salmon and salt, so I'm gonna have that. And I also did get the royal milk tea, and we did get a free cola, Coca-Cola Plus, I guess. I don't know if there's any different from a regular Coca-Cola, but we did get that for free.
I think you're just watching a Matt Pat video on this. This is like the Coke Zero branding out here.
Oh, okay,
So it's a
gotcha.
Coke Zero.
So we're gonna eat all of these, but first we're gonna start with the warm stuff. So let's go ahead and Ray, these ones were yours. So
Oh, actually, hold on. I think this might be the croquette.
Oh.
Ooh, the croquette has sauce. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So hold on.
so that's the croquette,
How do we do
JK. This one's the chicken sandwich or chicken
Alright, let's do
spicy
this
chicken.
first, because this is gonna be sunflower.
Beautiful. Go for it.
That is dark meat. And it is very juicy.
You can see it glistening. It's so juicy. I heard it squish. Is that the right word?
There's a surprising amount of fat in there. It's good though. It's not like the gross like chewy fat. It is like the melt in your mouth fat. So it's exactly what you want. Here's the croquette. So it comes with a sauce now. Whatever.
That sounded crispy.
I think this is the same sauce that was in the yakisoba.
Is it just a potato? Looks like just a potato croquette. That's what croquettes
Yeah.
are, right? Just
Yeah.
potato.
I mean, to be fair, it was 83 yen.
All right, good morning. We decided to split the eating into 2 days as we had a lot of food. So today we're gonna try the egg salad sandwich and the chicken cutlet with sauce sandwich, as well as the onigiri and the milk tea. So I want to start with the egg salad sandwich. Everyone's always talking about how good it is. So this, the bun is so fluffy. The egg looks really good.
That one looks good. Look at the other side. Like you can see, it actually goes all the way through a good bit.
Yeah.
Not like
How
what you
much
might worry
here?
about, or you
Okay.
might be worried it's not good, well
Looks
stuffed.
like a decent amount of egg. I can't really open it, but let's take a bite.
How does it compare then to traditional egg salads you've had? Is it sweeter or anything? Maybe that wouldn't surprise me.
It's a little sweeter, and there's none of the extra stuff like onions and stuff. It's literally just egg and mayo, which I'm okay with. That's really how I just make my egg salad sandwiches typically. And the bread is really good. It's like softer than your typical American white bread. All right, next we're gonna try the chicken cutlet with sauce sandwich. Pretty hefty sandwich. You can see a nice cross section there. There is a little bit of sauce in the sandwich as well.
Eat from the back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it goes all the way through pretty
Goes
well
all the
actually.
way through. It's actually
You're not getting skimped.
And it looks like there's a little bit of cabbage in there too. So let's take a bite. Now it is cold because we had it in the fridge overnight, but it's still pretty good. It did lose its crispiness, but I don't think it was crispy to begin with because it was in the fridge at 7-Eleven. So still good, I think.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be eaten cold. It's just probably not as cold as the mini fridge here made it. Because there's this like open air like sort of fridge thing, you know.
The sauce is really sweet. But yeah, I enjoy it. It would be like a really good like lunch item to bring.
This one's better than that one or that one.
Egg.
Egg's better.
Yes, I'm a big fan of egg, and this is good. Not gonna lie, but
You're just saying that because I picked out that one. Okay.
all right, gonna take a little break from the food and try the royal milk tea. Comes with a cute little straw on the side. A lot of these drinks usually have a straw already attached to it, which is kind of nice. Shake it up a little. Not bad. Not too sweet, which is a great compliment in our culture, Asian culture. But it's good. I enjoy it. And last but not least, we're gonna try the onigiri, the red salmon and salt one. And hopefully I open this properly. Here it is. And the reason why the packaging is like that is so that it keeps the seaweed nice and fresh and crispy still. Usually when it's touching the rice already, it'll get kind of soggy. But when it's wrapped up like that, it keeps it nice and crispy. So again, this was also in the fridge, so it's a little colder than usual. And we realized how cold that fridge is because the water has been ice in it. So it's a pretty cold fridge. But to be honest, our typical onigiri has a bit of a cooked salmon in it. It's really good, and it's again a really good snack to have on the go, especially if you're like, you know, you just gotta get some food in you really quick. Typical onigiri, it's really good. Recommend. All right, we are all packed up and ready to go, saying goodbye to this little room, but it gave us everything we needed. So now let's go on and check out and do the next part of our journey. Yeah? In this video, we spent 24 hours in one of the oldest cities in the Philippines, Cebu. From our hotel in Narita, we took a shuttle bus to Terminal 1, where we checked into our flight on Cebu Pacific. Alright, gotta do a thing where we make sure that the gate exists. Here it is. 8:55 departure time to Cebu, Philippines. Alright, let's go explore the airport. We explored Narita International Airport to find all sorts of stores selling different goodies. We ended up buying a few things as well as a Japan sticker to put on my suitcase later. We also got soft serve ice cream and yakisoba from a store near our gate, as well as some snacks and drinks to bring on the plane. And before we knew it, it was time to board our flight. We actually ended up booking the front row for extra legroom and also pre-ordered a meal, which was chicken teriyaki and rice. Nothing too special, but not too bad either. After 4 hours, we finally land in Cebu, Philippines. So Cebu is known to be the oldest city in the Philippines and was actually the country's first capital. Okay, so we have made it to Cebu City. We are staying at the waterfront Cebu City Hotel. So let me show you the room really quick. Right, so when you walk in, this is what we see. On the left over here is, or sorry, on the right is the bathroom. Pretty decent sized bathroom, I would say. And then the shower is kind of here. It's like behind this wall, which is kind of interesting, but pretty big shower. Kind of like it. And then leaving the bathroom, we got closet space here. Dark in there. Got a husband here. And then we got one king bed. I believe this is a king bed. Pretty decent sized room as well. Old TV here. A desk. And then we have this really nice view of Cebu City. New building going up across the way, and just a nice. I don't know if you could see it on the camera, but you could see the bay down over that way. So, yeah. After settling in, we walked over to House of Lechon. This is a well-known restaurant serving karkar lechon. And this is everything we ended up ordering.
We got pork sisig, and 1/8 kilograms of their lechon.
What did you think of the lechon, Ray?
It was pretty good. The lechon was definitely juicy. The skin was not quite as crispy as I was hoping for. Sisig was probably the highlight. For how hyped up I feel like this specific place was, I was a little disappointed.
Really?
Yeah.
I can see that.
After eating here, we grabbed a taxi to IT Park to check out Cebu Market. This is a modern night market featuring tons of different food stalls, some selling traditional Cebuano food, some selling foods from other Asian countries, and some selling desserts and smoothies.
Do it.
Good.
Good. Trying to get all this food down. Well, it's also raining. And then for dessert, second dessert, we got the chocolate swirl ice cream thing from Swirl.
Yep.
Ray's already digging in. It's actually pretty good. I like it.
To be honest, it was kind of hard recording because it was drizzling a bit. Holding an umbrella while eating and recording is tough. And I really wish it wasn't raining because we really liked walking around this little market and wanted to try more food, but we figured it was best to get going back to the hotel.
Good morning from Cebu, Philippines. It is 6:24 a.m. Our next flight out of here to Camiguin is going to be actually at 2 p.m. So we got quite a bit of time to spend here. But what we're going to do today in the morning, grab some breakfast at the hotel. We were going to originally go somewhere else, but Ray did not like the walk to House of Lechon last night. I guess I didn't really warn him how crazy the roads can be, just even as a person walking. So we're gonna go down to the hotel, a breakfast eatery area, whatever, and then check out the casino here at the hotel as well, because it is a casino too. So we're gonna do that, and then try to get out of here around 10 o'clock because traffic could be bad, I think. I mean, you can't really tell it like that. It looks bad out there right now, but it's pretty bad here in Cebu. So I'm gonna try to get out of the hotel by 10 and just maybe grab some lunch at the airport. And yeah, that's gonna be our day. And then finally get to Camiguin, see my family, and yeah, that's it. All right, let's go. All right, so we are at Uno, which is a buffet at the Waterfront Hotel, and they have breakfast out right now. So Ray's getting his picture going on here. So this is what we got. Our first plate. Got some pork tocino, ubi pandesal, bacon, eggs, garlic rice. Ray kind of got the same thing too. All right, let's dig in. So I took a bite of the ube pandesal, and there's like a little bit of like creamy ube in the middle, and it's really good. I like this quite a bit. Ray's got that dried put, so let's see. Trace it with some rice because it's really salty and dry. Typically, you want to put that in the rice and kind of mix it in, but you can eat it whole too.
Real salty.
All right, here's round two. Ray already started eating because he's hungry. Got more garlic rice, egg, more pork tocino. I got the dried fish too, and some little desserts here. Cassava cake and maya, with the maya.
After eating, we had some time to kill, so we stopped by the hotel's casino. Couldn't really record in there, but I did finally learn how to play roulette.
All right, we are heading out of Cebu. Got our luggages all packed up here. Everything's all packed up and ready to go. Our flight is in like 4 hours, so we still have like plenty of time, but we want to get to the airport now because traffic is always really bad out here, it seems like, but it doesn't look too bad right now, but it's still a long ways away. It's like 13 kilometers from here. So that, and then grab some lunch at the airport, and then just chill and relax, and then we're heading to Camiguin. Are you excited to go to Camiguin?
I'm interested.
He's gonna see my family for the first time. Not my parents and my brother, he's met them before, but my other family. My tens and hundreds of family that he's gonna see.
That part's gonna be awful.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of family there. All right, let's get going.
in this video.
We did it! We made it to the end!
We spent a few days in my family's hometown in the Philippines, Camiguin and Cagayan de Oro. So after leaving our hotel in Cebu, we made our way back to Cebu Mactan International Airport. We actually got there pretty early, so we didn't have a gate assigned to us yet, so we ended up spending some time going through the stores to look for souvenirs.
Ready? Pretty good. Very light. Weird flavors growing on me.
Getting a little snack from Potato Corner. These mega fries. We got one regular salted one, and what's the other one? Barbecue?
Barbecue chili.
Barbecue chili.
Too hot for you.
Is it really? Like spicy?
Yeah, try it. Just, I think this is a Korean brand.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's why it sounded so familiar. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try this spicy one. I'm not really good with spicy stuff, but we're gonna do it.
Tastes good though.
Holy cow. Oh my god. That's so spicy.
After hanging out a few hours in the airport, we headed downstairs to our terminal, got on a bus, and finally got on this little propeller plane. So while we're taking off here, I do want to share that Camiguin and Cagayan de Oro, which you'll see later on in this video, is where my family is from. I myself was born in Cagayan de Oro along with my dad, and my mom is from Camiguin. After emigrating and eventually becoming US citizens, we would visit these two places almost every other year to see family. We even built a house in Camiguin, so we had a place to stay. And the last time I was here was actually back in 2016, so it had been almost 7 years since I last saw any of my family in the Philippines. But anyways, after this 30-minute flight, we landed on Camiguin Island. Once we landed, we got off the plane and met my parents and brother, who were already here 2 weeks before we arrived. We got to our house and rested before going on a full day of exploring the island. Today, we decided to explore a few spots in Camiguin. The first spot we stopped at was the walkway to the old volcano and Stations of the Cross. This is an 8-kilometer hike up Mount Vulcan, and along the way to the top are statues representing the Stations of the Cross. And to be honest, it didn't feel like 8 kilometers, but that's what a lot of websites and blogs say, so we're gonna go with that.
Alright, this part's the steepest, and there goes Ray. He's gonna use out all his energy. He's got the water too. Break him back.
It's easier if you go fast on that kind of incline.
No. I'm sweating like crazy. It's the humidity. The breeze is nice, but the humidity here is ridiculous. And going up this mountain does not make it any better. Nope. Although Ray seems to be handling himself pretty well compared to me. But I just sweat a lot, so. Alright, let's get to the next one.
Oh, and fun fact, during Holy Week, Camiguin is flooded with people partaking in Panaad, or the Pledge of Walk, where devoted Catholics walk around the entire island, and their climb up the volcano is one of their main stops.
Whew, that was a long climb. Ray's already waiting to light the candle. But this is why we climbed this mountain. Look at that view. That is beautiful view. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I'm sweating, but this is worth it. We still have a little bit ways to go, so let's go ahead and light this candle and get going.
for.
It's probably the most impressive statue for the Station of the Cross. So if you know anything about Catholicism, this is where Jesus was laid, and it looks like they carved out the mountain here just to be able to do this scene. So that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty impressive. Not a lot of candles left up here. Probably one of the few people that made it this far. We did pass one person who turned around before us, so we keep going. So coming off that pathway, there's this little outlet here that you can walk up and check out this really amazing view. We did it! We made it to the end of the walkway to the old volcano and the Station of the Cross. So here it is, the final station where Jesus has risen. Looks like a lot of people put rosaries on his hand. Quite a few candles up here too,
Yeah.
so maybe people waited until the end to put their candles. Really great view. Again, at the top of the mountain. We made it in about, it's 8 o'clock now, and I had to take off my shirt because it's covered in my sweat. But we made it, right?
Yeah, about I think like an hour.
Yeah, it took us about like an hour to get to the top or the bottom. I don't know. The
So
top.
it's not the bottom.
At the top. We had to go down some
The
stairs.
last station, 15 stations.
Yes, but we made it, and that's the end of this one. This part of our tour around Camiguin.
After making our way back down the mountain, we headed to our next stop, White Island. White Island is a sandbar off the coast of Camiguin. Since there's not really a lot of sandy beaches in Camiguin, this spot has become popular with both locals and tourists. After leaving White Island, we stopped by for lunch at a restaurant called Checkpoint. We also stopped by the old church ruins to take some photos before heading home to be with family.
This is like a brand new road that leads actually down to the beach. So we're walking it. It's a little drizzly, but hey, hopefully it doesn't downpour on us. Gonna go walk down and see how the beach is from this road.
Feel like going harder. You already
Oh no, he's cursed as it's coming down. All right, we made it to the end of the road. There's the ocean right there, and there's a little cow. Hi, cow.
That's a boy.
It's a boy for sure. So we made it all the way here. Look at that. Super nice. It's a little drizzly still, not as bad as earlier, but let's see what this goes down to actually. See if there's any stairs. We're not gonna go swimming, we just kind of want to check it out. Oh! Might- Yeah, so there are steps. Careful though, it might be a little slippery. Oh yeah, look at that. Woo!
Yeah, you can go down there though.
Maybe if it's like not wet, I would probably go down there. But I wouldn't risk the slippage. Oh, Ray's doing it. Careful. Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. Nice little area. Waves are looking pretty rough actually today. So
Once it started clearing up a bit, we went to Santo Nino Cold Spring. This is a large pool with fresh spring water being pumped into it. And as the name suggests, it's very cold. After spending a bit of time here, we made our way over to Tuasan Falls. So on our last full day in Camiguin, I didn't really record much. Most of the day was helping out and celebrating our town's fiesta. I don't really want to go too deep into explaining what fiestas are in the Philippines since I don't have a lot of clips as background, but check out this video from Becoming Filipino where Kyle shares information and experiences of fiestas. I will say a lot of it is based on Catholicism and enjoying lots of food with friends, family, and neighbors.
Alright, so we are just getting ready to leave Camiguin. What do you think of it?
It was nice. A little hectic because of fiesta, but besides that, it was fun.
Yes. Fiesta is always hectic no matter which fiesta you go to. But before we leave, I do want to put my Nippon sticker on my luggage here. Unfortunately, I mean, I did find one. I take it back. I did find one in Cebu, but I didn't like it because it looked exactly like this. And I didn't want to have two stickers that look exactly the same, so I decided to just stick with the Nippon since I already had it. And then hopefully on our next trip back to Cebu, we'll find another sticker that I can put on my luggage. So let's get this on.
So after about a 30 to 45 minute boat ride, we made it to Cagayan de Oro. Okay, well, not really. First, we got to a port northeast of the city, then took a 2-hour long drive into Cagayan de Oro.
So we are finally settled in our hotel room here in Cagayan de Oro, and we are staying at the New Dawn Hotel. So I'm going to give you guys a little room tour because we do room tours here. Right, so here is the front door, and when you walk in, you see this, and we actually have a corner room, which is nice. So I'm going to show you guys a view as well. So when you walk in, there's a nice little mirror here, full body mirror, you know, hey. And then some storage here, as well as the bathroom. Pretty decent size. A small bathroom, but it's really all we need. Nothing really too fancy here. Toilet, down over here, sink, and a little shower to get us through the next couple days. As we walk out, this is our room. We have 2 beds, one looks like a twin and a double. And then again, we do have the corner room, so we got 2 views of the city. To the left here, just a little desk with a water heater here, a TV, and then of course the AC. Ray's already under the AC because he is hot.
There was none on when you got in?
Nope. And then this side here, a pretty good view of the city as well. You can see the ocean down that way. And just a really good view, and because we have 2 windows. On this side, we can see the Sports Center, Gregorio Pelez Senior Memorial Sports Center. We can also see the ocean from here as well, and the mountains. So pretty good view, decent hotel, just enough to get us through the next couple of days before we get going to Boracay. But we're just here to see family, so you know, just some place for us to relax. And we got lucky with this room because I guess it was all booked out, so we did a last minute booking, but we make it work. But yeah, we're gonna go get some food, maybe some Jollibee, yeah. Since there's one right across, right down the street from us, so we're gonna do that.
This spicy tuna pie.
What?
That's a new menu at Jollibee.
Spicy tuna pie?
And there's the same dessert one.
I don't know about the spicy tuna pie in there for the chicken joy, and the spaghetti, and the French fries and gravy. So, all right, let's go get food.
So we started out today at Limkit Kai Mall, which is a mall that I used to go to when I was younger.
We are at New York style pizza, SNR New York style pizza in the Philippines. And Ray got some pepperoni pizza to try to see if it's actually New York style pizza.
I'll do a legit check.
Oh. Oh, that had a good crunch. It's a little chewy though. What's your one bite review?
6-2.
6-2. This is just pepperoni. We do have cheese, so.
This is way better than I was expecting, to be honest.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
All right, we got the cheese pizza. So Ray's gonna. This is fresh, brand new pizza. So Ray's gonna try and see if this is just as good.
Oh, it's very fresh for people. A little better than pepperoni. It's not got the crisp, but it's like fresh out of the oven and like they don't overcook it. I think the other one had crisp because it was sitting out of that hot light for so long. Mm-hmm. But this was fresh, but it tastes better. But because of that, it also lacks crisp. So 6-4.
And the rest of the evening was spending time with my dad's side of the family.
All right, so it is 3:43 a.m. and we are all packed up and ready to go. Good morning, Ray. It is really early, but our flight out of Cagayan is at 6:30 in the morning, so we got to get there pretty early, check out, and then we're just right now waiting for the taxi to take us to the airport. So yeah, Cagayan was fun. Got to see a lot of family. Very nice city. I mean, it's the city that I was born in, so I'm a little biased to that, I would say. But we're gonna head now over to Boracay and enjoy some nice beaches. So are you excited, Ray? It's early, so. All right, let's get going.
In this video, we spend a few days in one of the Philippines' most famous destinations, Boracay. So to get to Boracay from Cagayan de Oro, we first flew from Languindigan Airport to Ninoy Aquino International Airport in Manila. Once in Manila, we transferred to a different terminal, and after a short layover in Manila, we got on a plane to Godfredo P. Ramos International Airport in Cataclan. While on the plane, somehow my phone screen stopped working, which kind of put me in a bit of distress. But before landing, we actually got a really good view of Boracay as we circled around it a few times. And before we knew it, we made it to Cataclan. So after we got our luggage, we checked in with the Henan associates at the airport. If you've never been to Boracay, I highly recommend paying extra for the transportation fee with the hotel you're staying with. Henan has this option, and this will save you a lot of headache to and from the airport.
Ninan, complete. Ninan, good trip. Going to Boracay, only 5 minutes. After that, they have van already there waiting for you. Just 10 to 15 minutes going to the hotel. In the van. Okay, let's go.
Ay, ito. Hi, thank you. And after about a 5-minute boat ride, we made it to Boracay. So I just want to share some highlights of the honeymoon suite that we stayed in, but we do have a full walkthrough video which you can find down in the description below. Good morning from Boracay. This is day 2 that we are here. We did have a little bit of a mishap yesterday. So on the plane ride to Camiguin, I did have an issue with my phone where it just randomly stopped working. I couldn't get it to turn on. I could feel it vibrating and stuff, but yeah, it just died on me on the way here. So it was very miserable yesterday coming in. But luckily, I did find a Samsung store, so I was able to get a brand new Galaxy phone, which I'm really happy about. But the only concern is that, you know, if I can recover any of my photos and videos that I still had on there. So I'm really like sad about that. So hopefully when I get home I can find a way to recover it, or maybe send it to the store to get it, you know, recovered. But regardless, I do have a brand new phone, so I guess that's great. And today it is beautiful out, a little warm for 8:14 in the morning, but you know, it's Philippines. Philippines is always pretty hot. We do have a spa reservation today, so I can't wait to get that going, and then maybe set up some water sports stuff either this afternoon or tomorrow. Go swimming at the beach and stuff, but got all the phone stuff figured out at least. Just again, my photos and videos, I'm so sad about that. I did back up some videos from Camiguin and everything beforehand, but my photos I'm concerned about. I did upload stuff on Facebook just to keep family updated, but otherwise stuff from between Camiguin, at the end of Camiguin to here, I probably lost, and a lot of photos too, but we make do with what we got, I guess. So we got a beautiful day here in Boracay, so we're gonna make the most of it. But yeah, let's get going. So while we were in the spa, it looked like the weather took a turn for the worse.
Wow. There's a downpour right now.
So we grabbed a late lunch at a shabu shabu spot close by. And while the rain didn't let up, we decided to hit the pool anyways. The rest of the day we spent relaxing in our room while avoiding the rain before hitting up D-Mall and having dinner with my family. So we started off the day with breakfast at a spot called Real Coffee. The food was great, but the view is even better. My dad was able to have one of the local tour guides set us up with water activities. As we started moving to the next location, we could see dark clouds moving towards us. But we thought nothing of it and made it to the next snorkeling spot. And eventually, the dark rain clouds finally made their way overhead. To be honest, we didn't really mind it. It was kind of cool being in the midst of a downpour while in the ocean. But eventually, we had to start heading back since we were getting hungry. Once we got back and cleaned up, we had lunch at one of the restaurants at the hotel, Mesa Filipino Modern. I really like this place since it served classic Filipino comfort food. And when the sun finally set, the weather also cleared up more and we were able to take in more of the nightlife in Boracay.
Alright, so we got the luggage all packed up, ready to go. Backpacks are all ready to go. Husband is all ready to go. Are you ready to go, Ray? Oh no. So I think despite the rain and my phone breaking, I think we made the most out of our trip, our short time here in Boracay. What do you think, Ray?
Yeah, that's what's up.
But really enjoyed our time here at Hainan, especially in this honeymoon suite. It was definitely well worth it. Very relaxing room, and it was so convenient because the beach is literally right there, so we don't have to walk very far. And we'll definitely be back in Boracay sometime in the near future. But for now, we're gonna go on a boat, then on a plane, and head over to Manila. Alrighty. Goodbye, honeymoon suite. Goodbye, amazing view. Let's go. We'll be back.
In this video,
Whoa, we got Manila, baby!
we start our journey back home from Manila, Philippines to Chicago, Illinois. After leaving Boracay, we checked back into Godofredo International Airport in Caticlan. And while we were in the air, we got to see Boracay one last time. but it only took about 30 minutes before we landed back in Manila. While in Manila, we stayed in a casino hotel called Okada Manila. This hotel was so big, they had 3 lobbies you can check into, depending on which wing you were staying in. There's also an area of the hotel that was like a mall with luxury shopping and lots of dining options. Okada also boasts the largest dancing fountain in the Philippines. And on top of all that, this hotel has the largest casino in the country. Which, by the way, I can't show you because they don't allow photos and videos in there. But anyways, we made our way up to their room. Now, I just want to share some highlights of the room, but we do have a full video linked down in the description below. Ray is already settled into our hotel here in Manila. So as far as I know, my parents booked a single king room for us and a double for them and my brother, and I guess they upgraded our king room to a suite with this amazing view of the pool and Manila Bay. Alright, good morning from Manila. It is 7:45 a.m. and it's pretty gloomy out today. I don't know if we're gonna be able to make the pool or anything while we are here. It's okay. At least we have a large indoor facility here to keep us dry and cool while we're here. But last night we basically went to the casino after eating a little bit and just played the whole night. Ray did some poker, I did some roulette. That's kind of like our thing now, I guess. Today we're just gonna go get some breakfast, maybe hit up the casino again, and then maybe go to the Mall of Asia today. Yeah, we'll probably do both. I don't know. We'll see. Kind of like, that's kind of like our basic plan. But we'll see how the day goes. But first, let's go get some breakfast down in the buffet. Our stay in Okada came with breakfast at their buffet. And honestly, they had one of the best breakfast buffets we've had here in the Philippines. After breakfast, we made our way over to the Mall of Asia.
Kit Kat filled, what is it again?
Honey butter Kit Kat cream puff.
Cream puff. It tastes like chocolate. Not really much the cat. But it's still good. The honey butter is, I taste that more than anything, honestly.
So I got the honey butter vanilla custard. Their OG flavor, it seems like. I really like the bread.
Yeah, the honey butter is good.
It was definitely a nice way to spend time with the family. It is another gloomy day here in Manila. Actually, yesterday wasn't too bad. It cleared up a little bit. There was a little bit of rain, but it was only for like 2 to 3 minutes. But otherwise, it was actually not bad. It was gloomy in the morning, but yeah, overall, not a bad day. Didn't end up going swimming because I think we're swimmed out, but that's okay. But today's actually our last day in the Philippines. Our flight out of here is at 11 p.m. tonight, so we actually have a pretty full day here still. My parents are going to be moving to another hotel closer to the airport, and we're gonna follow them so we can leave our luggage and still kind of explore a little bit. We're actually gonna be going to the Sheraton Manila over at the Newport World Resort,
which is literally right across the street from the airport, so it's pretty convenient. But yeah, we're gonna be checking out of here at 11, but before that, we're gonna go check out the buffet again. Alright, luggage is ready to go. Husband is ready to go. One last view of Manila Bay and this nice pool that we didn't get to go into before we get out of here. Bye, Manila. Well, at least Ocado. We're still in Manila for a few more hours, but saying goodbye to this. Farewell. Until next time.
So since my parents and brother are staying one more night in Manila before their flight back to Los Angeles, we left our bags in their hotel room before exploring Newport World's resort. We also spent a good amount of time in the casino, which again I can't show you since filming and pictures are banned in there. And we actually made a good amount of money and spent some of it on a nice Korean barbecue dinner at Bulgogi Brothers.
Oh, it's fine, never mind.
But eventually, it was time to go. After saying goodbye to my parents and brother, we made our way to Ninoy Aquino International Airport. And we didn't really do much in that airport since it was just way too chaotic, so we just hung around the gate before finally boarding.
You ready to go home? Stop. Why you like this?
Why not?
It is pouring outside. Oh man, look at all that rain.
Now, this was just a 5-hour flight to Haneda International Airport in Tokyo, but I was actually surprised that we had a full meal. It came with this chicken and rice dish, as well as a few sides, and this delicious brownie for dessert. And eventually, we landed in Tokyo. So while we had a 7-hour layover, we didn't really do much there either. Most of our time was actually spent sleeping and walking around looking for things to do. But eventually, it was time to finally board the last plane of this trip. This was going to be a grueling 11-hour flight back home, but most of it will be spent sleeping and, of course, eating. And the eating actually started with a little snack bag. I think it was like a rice cracker snack thing, which was pretty tasty. And after a couple hours or so, it was finally time for dinner. I got this braised pork belly with rice, and Ray got the chicken teriyaki with rice, which were both super good. And of course, it came with an array of side dishes. For dessert, we got this raspberry milk pudding Haagen-Dazs ice cream, which was amazing. And by the way, all cutlery on JAL is metal, which just puts a nicer touch than plastic or wood. So we spent a few more hours of sleeping before we were handed another snack. This time it was a warm slice of bread that was already buttered, but it also had a sweet taste to it. And once it was close to landing, it was time for breakfast. So this was a chewing rice bowl with salmon and millet. And what you had to do was pour the tomato miso sauce into the rice, add the toppings, mix it all together, and eat. Aside from all the nutrients in the meal, I think the purpose of it was that the chewing helps get your brain started, which helps you wake up, especially after a long flight. And for dessert, we had grape jello, which was a nice sweet treat to end the meal. Honestly, it was all so delicious and I wish I had more. And eventually we could see Chicago from our window. And finally, we were back home. It was a great first adventure out of the country together, and I hope you all enjoyed the series. And we'll see you in our next adventure.